Hey guys, just give me a second. I'm going to re-enable the camera momentarily. First, let me just realign some stuff. I don't know why I got misaligned again. Something is up with my... Oh, that's why. Oh, that was the issue. My computer... like the resolution changed. And messed up the setup. That's weird. Just a moment, guys. Bear with me. Yeah, good evening. How's everyone doing? How's your night, everybody? Hope everyone's having a good end of the week. Or beginning of the week for some of us. Thank you, Benjamin. Yeah, this will be a shorter side stream. I do have a self-imposed curfew. I want to get at least 9 hours of sleep tonight, so really important to be well rested for tomorrow. Don't want to shoot myself in the foot before the match even begins, but I also do want to be warmed up and you know, it's a delicate balance. Okay, how does this look? Is this aligned properly? What's that? Okay, so we need to enable this. Yeah, it's the comment open. I'm playing Bluebaum. Obviously, okay, here we go. Yeah, just let me grab one thing and get started. The board's not updating because my computer is doing something weird right now. There we go. I don't know why it's not. All right, now we're good. Now it should work. Okay, there we go. Now the board should be updating regularly. What's up, everybody? Welcome to a short stream. Some blitz, some warm up. Just want to make sure my head is in the right space, and maybe I'll do a YouTube video live, but we'll see how I feel. I don't want to go late, so. What? Why does it not let me? It's super weird. There we go. Okay, we need to prevent c5 here. Very important to prevent c5. And also to prepare f5. So the standard plan here. Yeah, definitely Iron Fist. No trolling tonight. Let's be on our best Sunday best. Hopefully I'll be on my Saturday best tomorrow, which is a big if, but we'll see. Yeah, I really should not browse Reddit because I irrationally let certain comments get to me. And I know better than that. At least it got down to it. Yeah, I'll read it out later, but there's a particular type of comment that, that people from time to time, an opinion that people express, which is always well-intentioned. Like, people who express this opinion are always doing it from a place of love, shall we say. It is an opinion in regards to my handling of, like, the Kramnik saga. But this particular opinion, I have an irrational, just like hatred, a burning hatred of this opinion, which is based on complete and like shocking ignorance of the situation. And I really shouldn't, charge people with the crime of ignorance and let it slide. But it's like, it can be hard sometimes. Anyways, Nothing. Actually, nothing happened on Reddit for a long time. It's nice to see Reddit being so calm. I feel like there's been Reddit chess has kind of been docile lately. Oh, I've not been asked a single time yet. I just started the stream. A great game by Hans. Really, honestly, just got to tip your hat. He's a beast. I mean, he broke frickin' Mr. Streak. But, I won't talk about it at length right now, but part of the problem is that people, as I've said, seemingly endless times, but, for some people it just, doesn't, it doesn't pass the membrane. When you don't know all the facts of a situation, and you know that someone else does, in this case, me, and I tell you something which is just sort of a fact and is based on my perception of things, which is far deeper and more nuanced than someone who's looking at it from the outside. People have a choice. If you choose not to believe me, then probably with respect, it's best that you not be my fan. In that case, you think I'm insane or fundamentally just not well in the head. But if you do believe me, then the conclusion that I didn't I was too sensitive or whatever is not a conclusion that is possible to reach. So it's one or the other. Anyways, let's talk more about the US Championship and how I'm going to lose on time this game. I did not wait, what was Vidit's short? Thank you, Chess Lover. What other streaks did he break in St. Louis? Most number of days not destroying a hotel room? Yep. No, Hans is playing well. Happy to see it. And the tournament is still very young. But yeah, he's in it to win it. He is hungry. He is hungry. You can sense the friggin' hunger, and you gotta admire that no matter where you stand. That's, from a chess player perspective, it's cool to see that just totally committed drive to success. It is hard to follow chess, yeah. Well, Chess Bomb used to be the best way to follow, and rest in peace. I mean, sometimes it's even physically it's hard to find live broadcasts of events. Sometimes you got to rifle through all this noise to just even find the top tournaments. It's weird. It's oh, Lichella, okay, let's watch US Championship. Oh shit, they're not broadcasting St. Louis events. Just damn. Can we just have a centralized place where all the big tournaments come first and the Portugal 2024 Maritime Open Chess Festival with one GM playing comes last? But I couldn't find the... Wait, is Lichess broadcasting the U.S. Championship? Can you find it on the events page? Is it, like, on the front page? Is it on the front page? Why not? Why, like, that is really stupid. Like, I don't get it. Like, that's just, like, that decision just doesn't make any sense, and they really should, you know, use their brain. It's... What happened in St. Louis, you know, with Ramirez in that situation was a terrible situation. But to in any way, like, fault a tournament for this, or to not broadcast a tournament and believe that this in some way represents your moral standing is just completely... It's just, I don't even know the words to describe it. I just don't get it. Just freaking show the tournament. It doesn't have exclusive... I mean, it's a St. Louis tournament. It's not a chess.com event. Like, you are not making the statement that you think you're making. I mean, I love Lichess. It's a great site, and, you know, the Lichess broadcast is is a phenomenally designed way to watch games. And, you know, it frustrates me when, like, good organizations or good people do stupid things, and everybody knows that they're stupid and they should just listen to the voice of reason sometimes. You know? It's like if you have a good friend and your friend is engaging in a self-destructive behavior, and, like, you know it, you know, everybody knows it, but he just won't listen. He's set on that course. I'm saying, like, St. Louis Lichess not having the St. Louis, the U.S. Championship or any St. Louis events on the front page of their broadcast. Wait, what's the piece of info? Yeah, that is their choice. That is their choice. Well, what do you mean? Like, of course that's their choice. That is a deliberate choice. Oh, U.S. Chess Federation events, but again, nobody is linking the U.S. Championship with the U.S. Chess Federation. It's the U.S. Championship. You are showing the best players in America fighting for a prestigious... Like, this is a tournament people want to watch. Nobody in their right mind would be like, oh, you're showing these games, so you're actually supporting, like, X, Y, and Z. It is not a mistake. It is... They made a statement about it. Like, guys, listen. If you don't listen to me. Like, you are not signaling the things you think you're signaling. Let's keep moving. What is he doing? What is that move? Whoa, he wins the bishop back. Damn. Damn, girl. Okay, I'm pretending this was some, like, incredibly impressive tactic, but the reality is it's pretty straightforward, and I am an idiot. Hans keeps choking against the top players. Wait, says who? Like, he does? I didn't know that. Isn't he, like, also top player? But isn't it the nature of top players that most people will ultimately not succeed against them? Okay, but that was, like, one game in one tournament. I mean, Mishra is not a top player, but, like, by our definition of, like, Super GM. So I get what he was saying, but... Okay, I need to pick. If I play like this against Mr. Bluebaum, it's gonna be a massacre. It's gonna be a massacre. Yeah, also it's crazy to me that like there was a crazy moment in the Dariush Fabi game, a crazy moment, and of course Andy Woodward had this amazing tactic against Sebian winning out of the opening. Levon always beats Hans. Wait, Levon always beats Hans. Levon always beats Hans. Wait, when did Levon even play Hans last in chess? Like when was the last time they played? Like I can't recall a single one of their games. Okay, their chess. We're talking about chess here, not Fischer scammed him. Obviously, we're talking about real chess, where the bishop is on c8 and the knight is on b8, not in Satan's asshole to start the game. I've used that phrase before. Yeah, Hans beat Levon in 2023 US Championship, so. Wait, Levon's style might be annoying for... No, I feel like the premise is wrong. I don't think he has a bad record against Levon in classical chess. I feel like, just a word to the wise, it's like, be careful of these generalizations when people like unquestionably accept like, oh, this guy always plays badly against that guy. You always need to look at their classical chess record, because when chess players think of potential kryptonites, like when I think of really annoying opponents in the realm of my professional sphere, you always think head-to-head classical, not even like head-to-head blitz. So when you rank players by like who you prefer to play, and everybody has people that they play better against super GMs too, that's how they're thinking about it. So, you know, always check the head-to-head record. Like, you know, Fabi really struggling against Hikaru. That is totally borne out by the recent evidence. He lost repeatedly to him. Я не очень понял, в чем посыл этого сообщения. В смысле, слишком много слов я произношу или как? Можете пояснить, как бы, в чем намек? Sorry, responding to a Russian comment. Спасибо. Я не очень понял, как бы, коннотация позитивная, негативная. Так я и являюсь профессиональный софист. Это и есть комментирование, это профессиональная болтовня. Так же, как стриминг, это профессиональное попрошайничество, одетое в красивую одежду. Do you guys agree? I know you agree, right? Like, you don't think that's a crazy take, what I just said, right? I mean, you don't think I'm like crazy for saying that. I mean, there's widespread consensus on the topic, right? I mean, it's not like anybody has a different thought on it. I'm okay. If you're asking what was the take, then you clearly, I'm not going to explain that this is a joke. Yeah, it's like we're in the USSR. I'm the most, and I'm the dictator. It's like, and who is the most well-informed and most benevolent Twitch streamer? Daniel Naroditsky. And who looks out for the welfare of his fans through thick and thin? And Daniel Naroditsky. It's like the old Soviet joke. I want to live in the Soviet Union. Dude, actually, what's crazy is how dystopian this new World Championships title is. Like, it's funny. So, like, Hikaru, I laughed about it, you know, like the Total World Championship and Hikaru's video title. But it's actually dystopian as hell. And I think it's a perfect... it's straight out of Infinite Jest by David Foster Wallace, which I've read about 0.001% of, but enough to know that the chapters are, like, named after whatever company's sponsoring the year. And, like, brands have bought out everything. I think it's, like, perfectly fitting. Where everything has, like, 6 names and... you know, to the point of total meaninglessness. So, yeah. Like, you just keep adding things to the name that don't mean anything anymore and actually detract from the general meaning. No, I haven't checked it yet. I've been prepping for Comet Chess. Yeah, new YouTube videos out. Big shout out to my editor. His tireless work on the latest speedrun. Give it a look. Yeah. That's right. Outer automorphism. Someone's read Infinite Jest. Although it's a 1,100 page book. Nobody has actually read it. Like, there are people who are still reading it since it came out in the 1990s, but nobody's actually finished it. I mean, I do speedruns on like, there is no way to do a speedrun on one specific opening because I can't always control what people play, right? I really don't think I let online strangers affect my state of mind as often as some people think I do, but thanks. I appreciate it. We live and learn. I think I am content with, you know, my behavior on that front. I'm far from perfect, and there's a lot more I could be doing to thicken my skin, but, you know, I've made some progress. It's a work in progress. It always will be. I mean, is there anybody who doesn't care about their image, especially when your image is like intrinsically tied to your livelihood? Lol. And again, back to that Reddit comment that pissed me off. Should it have pissed me off? No. Like, but I'm only human, and that is, you know, the nature of my frustration with people who, you know, still will not understand the reality of, like, the whole Kramnik saga and you know, what was at stake. So it's more perplexing than anything that there are people who somehow aren't able to wrap their heads around what was on the line for me, but that's just the reality. And, you know, the general sort of gravity of the situation and precarity of the situation. So I'm just never going to be able to change that, unfortunately, despite my best efforts. But in general, just like people arguing with me on a topic where I literally, like, that I know a lot more than, person X looking at it from the outside, and people actually feeling like they know anything about a situation is absolutely stunning to me. So yeah. One day moves. One day. I know you like that stuff. One day. One day. If I have to, I'll exercise the Samson option. We don't have nuclear weapons, but we'll use them if we have to. Yeah, the comment reads. I guess I can read the comment since I'm like dangling in front of people. And again, I feel like whenever I politely or not so politely critique people's takes, there are some people who are like, why are you respond? Like, part of the reason I stream is to engage with the community. Like, it's fun for me. I like to talk to people who are well intentioned, and I don't try not to respond to people who aren't. So, like, I feel like that's partially the whole point. Um, Here we go. Post chess. Yeah, it's in response to like the speedrun video. Somebody posted it. It might have been my editor. Yeah, check it out, by the way. It's up on my YouTube as of today. So someone said, and it fortunately did get downvoted, but honestly, he really let Kramnik get under his skin in a way that's unhealthy and kind of let it take over his whole life from his reaction, compared to someone like Hikaru who didn't give a single shit and made Kramnik go even crazier. He seemed really distressed over the matter. And why would he be distressed about it? And even barely streamed for the last year. Yeah, which is once or twice. It's only how to say the most untrue things in the fewest possible words. Seemed really just only a few times live, semi-regular, like 3-4 times a week. It sucks when he went through because Kramnik is a moron. But I think he definitely needs to work on not letting some people talking some nonsense and trolls online to get under his skin so easily, especially when he proved how strong of a player he is in the Rapid and Blitz World Championships. Thank you. It's definitely a lesson for him to learn from, given that he is a streamer and a YouTuber, and this will not be the last time he faces criticism or trolling. Oh, it actually will be. Well, in this regard. It comes with the environment. And there's a reason people know I'm not to be fucked with on this front. Like, I don't know, maybe this is like a satirical comment, but I'm afraid it wasn't intended that way, although it would be funny to interpret it in that way. And the only way to, not pull my hair out. I mean, again, I have no question that this is a card-carrying fan, and wishes nothing but the best for me. So, my heart goes out to him, but it doesn't make any of these statements any more any more true, or any less false, I guess I should say. And I like, any comments or takes where there's this huge, infinite delta between how much someone knows about a situation and how confidently one pronounces their conclusions on it. And it's funny when that difference reaches insane proportions. So yeah, that's my spiel. but I literally, that's the first thing I said. The good faith nature of it is not in question. Like, accepted and point conceded has nothing to do with what I'm saying. Yeah, don't let the don't let the trolls saying that you're letting the trolls get to you. Or the ones who say that you're responding too much to comments that are charging you with responding too much to trolls. But on this front specifically, it definitely drives part of me crazy because I think because of the amount of like emotional, mental, physical energy that it took to react in the way that I did, and how much thought was put into reacting the way that I did, and my conviction that if I didn't do that work, like how serious the situation was and how much was at risk and how close things were to snowballing into ending my career, like, all of that put together is also what, while I think this is funny, it also just like saddens me that, there's a non-zero number of people who cling to this concept. Just Indonesian black tea. And of course, like, one of the saddest things about the whole thing is dragging you guys and my fan base like through the mud, which was an inevitable byproduct. And, that also makes me upset that people had to tolerate this for so long. And of course that sucks. And I vehemently wish that like there was a way to shield people from all of the nonsense and focus on what I do best. But, and the patience and just like understanding that people extended and you guys extended is part of the reason I was able to come out in one piece, and something I'm super, super grateful for. But unfortunately there was just no other way. And part of the strategic, like, weighing of the scales was like, okay, how do I do what I want to do, send the message I want to send, and drag people through the dirt the least amount of time, while not, while also like doing the necessary work of, slaying the monster. And not hurting people who maybe should be hurt reputationally, but, I wanted to shield just because I don't wish harm upon people, and I myself don't want to like damage people's chess careers in the prospect. That's just not my calling in life. So doing all of that and simultaneously, while doing it, dealing with people who are like constantly asking me and questioning why I'm raising the topic at all. Like, man, that ain't easy, folks. But what I'm trying to say is that at some point, like, not responding was not an option. Like, it would lead to the destruction of my livelihood. Like, this is a fact. This is not a matter of opinion. This is a, of course it's not a fact in the pure sense of the word, but it's something I feel very confidently about. And hopefully I haven't painted myself as someone who passes things off as indisputable fact. Like, I'm okay saying I don't know, but this is something I feel very, very strongly about, given all of the facts of the situation. So yeah. And please don't feel like you have to like walk on eggshells if I talk about this. Like, I'm not going to time you out for, not towing the party line. You can be totally honest. Like, I appreciate people's views and opinions, and like, it helps me stay sane. Dude, but perturbed, if you're saying that, like, that's part of the problem. You feel like I'm talking about Kramnik every time you come here. Like, I don't even remember the last time I talked about it, probably like 6 months ago. So this type of comment is like part of the issue. You see what I'm saying? And I'm not impinging upon your ability to close the stream. Yeah. Anyways, on we go. And again, if there's anybody who thinks any part of me like enjoyed this or enjoyed the spotlight or the, you know, solicitation of sympathy, like another pretty brain dead take with respect. There's nothing I'd rather wish for than for this to never have happened. Like, if I could rewind the time machine, I would do it an inside. I'd sacrifice 100 rating points for that. In fact, I did. That's why FIDE took the rating away. I made a deal with the devil. Like, there goes your blitz rating. I do now, Christor, and I really, really appreciate you saying that. But unfortunately, part of the complete like misconceptions and or ignorant perspective that people have is that no matter how many times I would repeat that, like, from my perspective, I know that unfortunately the sort of amount of people who are falling for the insanity is, you know, not just high, but like catastrophically existentially high, to the point where like this is an imminent and incredibly like sticky threat to my career. Like, me saying that and people just like brushing it off as like, oh yeah, you're taking one person's opinion and blowing it up, that's pretty infuriating. Like, there's just nothing I can do about that at some point. You understand? Anyways, sorry to rant. And if this was Lichess, I'd be totally playing for a win here. Shit, I gotta get my queen out of there. Move, Daniel, move! Oh my gosh. There we go. Yes. Okay. Whew! One more. Whew. Oh my god. I thought that around the time of the accusations, it was largely accepted that he had gone a bit mental. That's unfortunately not true. That's literally what I'm just saying. Obviously, percentage-wise, a majority of people understood the reality of the situation, but that majority is far less lopsided than perhaps you may think. Both in terms of the significance of who was misguided and, you know, the potential impact of those people creating that snowball effect, as well as just like numbers-wise. So, you know, when we talk about a minority of people, right, obviously there's the notion of them being vocal, but again, like, you got to realize that, you know, a lot of people just cannot wrap their heads around the fact that they're like outwardly sane, rational people with their heads screwed on straight who, you know, and this is the terrifying part, it's when you see people that you absolutely have no doubt initially that they are not going to fall for this. There is no way in hell, you know, John and Bob and, you know, all these people are actually going to fall for this and are actually going to start, you know, showing indecision. Like, when you see that unfold, it's terrifying. Like, it's just absolutely terrifying. You're like, this cannot be happening. Like, there's no way that this is, quote, working. You see? And, then there's, of course, people who will be like, okay, sure, whatever. But how does that impact your livelihood? Like, you're just taking that and you're just saying that like it's a fact. Like, who ultimately, like, even if some GM will think this, like, who cares? Like, how does this stop you from, doing your speedrun? And that is shocking to me as well, because that literally is what a legacy is. That is all I have. I could not live with the, and maybe that's a me problem, but if I knew that some of the most influential movers and shakers of the chess world, would carry the notion that I am a completely morally bankrupt individual, that would represent the complete failure of literally everything that my reason for waking up in the morning, People see what I'm saying? And let's take all of that on top of that. Another thing that I've repeated so many times, people saying like ignoring is the best way to deal with something like this. That is what I did. Okay, like initially I literally did I don't say go fuck yourself. That's just not my style. I don't think that is a productive. I think that just like non-responsiveness is the Naroditsky equivalent. So on top of like the ignorance, there's also just literally not remembering or not understanding the facts, like what I did and what I didn't do, So. And okay, so you might listen to this and say, well, why do you feel like you're in any way entitled to anybody coming to your defense? Like, I'm not entitled to that. I said that from the very beginning. I would never hold someone responsible for staying silent. But yes, it would be nice. And this is the one area where I really feel proud that I have practiced what I preached. And you say, well, have you come to the defense of your colleagues who were in any way in a similar situation? Well, in this particular instance, it is something I'm proud of. It is something I feel like I've evolved in the positive direction in. And, yeah, it would be nice if the favor were, in the case of some, returned. You see what I'm saying? You feel me, girl? But kitchen diagnosis, like pathologizing someone, it doesn't move the needle. Right, that's not going to cause people to be like, oh, okay, like now I understand that like I shouldn't take any of this seriously. That is just not a consensus like you think it is. And I don't think that it is either effective or borne out by the facts. Like, you have no idea what his brain is like and what it's not like. And let's let psychologists do the diagnosing. Man, he's so slippery. He's so slippery. I'm gonna get mated here. What the hell? How am I not winning this? Oh my gosh, move! Oh shit! Ah! Yes! Arr! Senior moment. No siree. This is the very first and the very last time in your life. Yes, play and flag, and this is the very first and the very last time in your life. Oh my gosh. I'm so happy that the internet finally fixed the internet in the retirement home. I'm telling you. So hard to play. I finally extended my computer access. Like, I know I'm like 70 plus. Like, yep, I'm happy that they're managing things for me pretty well, but I don't like to be treated like a child. I mean, if I want to use the computer, you know, I'll eat my applesauce, all right? Enough with the rules and restrictions. Jesus. Wait, we get subs? 20 gifted by ChillChest64. Thank you. Holy smokes. Well, this Naroditsky guy, you know, he gets on the soapbox and rants about his, you know, his moral infallibility. The dude can't even say thank you when he gets subs gifted. Like, dude, you had 0.7 seconds. What's your problem? Thanks, ChillChest. Really appreciate it. Thanks for being the community that you are. Oh no, my queen guy. Thanks for the prime sub. That was a Korchnoi reference. Good stuff. Korchnoi versus Sofia Polgar. Yeah, pretty famous video. Back in the old days of YouTube. Yeah, sorry if I'm not as not that I'm ever particularly articulate. It's hard to articulate like the crux of, you know, of what I'm trying to say, because partially I have no idea what I'm trying to say, and these senior moments are getting more and more frequent, you know. No interactions with Andras Toth, but I've heard great things about his educational abilities, and lots of hidden treasure troves. Yeah, I'm really losing. Yeah, it's crazy how quickly the process is unfolding. You know, I played a 30-second chess game recently, and I felt like I was playing as fast as I did in my 8th, but I couldn't even get past move 10. It's insane, man. And I missed the point where they did this whole, what is that, a pro move thing? Pre-move? It's like you make a move while it's your opponent's turn. Like, what the hell are these young Gen Z people up to? Like, someone explain to me, like, in chess, it's a turn-based game. So, like, I play this move, and then I can make another move. I don't think I'm ever going to be able to adapt. This is where I draw the frickin' line. Okay? And they call me a freaking traditionalist. Jesus. Unbelievable. It's like, what's next? Freaking, they're going to rearrange the starting position, right? They're going to put the rook on freaking b5. Oh, wait a second. Don't tell me if they did. If they did that, I'm quitting. It's official. No more. I really got to take a stand, okay? Okay, let's focus. I got to take a sit. Oh, thank you, Mugabe. Another very sweet comment, undeserved. I'm very, very lucky to have the community that I do. Thank you for that. You're gonna make me blush, huh? I mean, I'm here trying to find a win with 5 seconds on my clock, and you're being too nice to me. I mean, what would magnesium calcium play here? I think my magnesium calcium would probably play b4, but the problem is that there's this fianchetto wooden shell on d3, and he plays knight c3. All right, you guys. Now, Dania would probably find some unnecessary sacrifice to rook here, but, I mean, I think we're all used to it by now. What do I actually do here? Shit. I kind of want to play rook c3. Sort of playing positionally down the rook as one does, you know? Shit. Too much stupid blabbering and not enough actual good moves. Motherfucker. Mother... shit. Father. Got a mother and a father. I like how wholesome, like, chess players' families are. It's like... fucking fuck. I was, like, pretty confident I was gonna win, actually. Ah! This is actually kind of annoying, not gonna lie. And now he's gonna run, isn't he? I still believe in stalemate, folks. I've gotta set it up. I've gotta set it up. How do I set it up? Shit! So close to making a draw. God damn it. I was literally that close. If only, like, I didn't hang the bishop at the end. Was I actually better at any moment in this game? Or was I just, like, completely full of crap? Yeah, the latter. Okay, this was, like, equal. I felt like I had really good compensation because of that light squared bishop. Yeah, this guy's anonymous, by the way. No idea who it is. No idea who it is, but I've played him over 100 times, so it's clearly someone who used to have a different account. Could probably try to triangulate it, but I don't care that much, and I'm... I mean, I care a little bit, would be nice, but knowing his previous account name would not make him any less anonymous. And I feel what I'm saying. I mean, what's next? Like, ask him to reveal which particular wall he's looking at in between my moves? Like don't try me. You gotta draw a line somewhere. Yeah, like, show his monitor. Like, you gotta respect people's privacy. I mean, it's over here in the South, I mean, we treat people with respect. I mean, Jesus. That's a basic privacy. Oh, it's Anish versus Nepo in SEC. Ooh. That's a fun match. Oh, that's a blockbuster right there. Wait, is that tomorrow? No, it's a week later. I remember there's a week because tomorrow's the Comet final, so obviously it would be a bad idea to have SEC. I guess they could have had it later in the day, but okay. It's good to have that little break, keep people in suspense, you know? Yeah, okay, but here's the thing. You gotta realize, and I don't want to be that guy who always throws cold water, you know, the party pooper, but in this case, I think it's important. Hikaru had the match wrapped up. When you're playing the SEC match, there's literally one thing and only one thing you care about, and that's winning the match. So it was an impressive bullet performance by Lem, not trying to take anything away from it, but with, you know, the greatest respect. Amon Tanya did a fantastic job. I think Amon really is particularly super underrated as a commentator. I mean, he's so multi-talented, but I do feel like there was a little bit of overemphasis of just like the significance of the bullet to the point where like I had to reach out. I was like, wait, did Hikaru lose the match? Like, he did win the match, right? So the result of the match was never in doubt. And at some point, like, it's understandable to take your foot off the gas pedal because you have one mission and only one mission. No, you absolutely don't. And this is something that I've definitely been guilty of. And as a commentator, it's, one of the proudest things is sort of my evolution on this front. I did feel, as a new commentator that I really have to hype things up. You can't have people leaving because the commentator said that the match is over and there's nothing to watch anymore. But, well, the match was over, right? And I think that there is a balance to be struck between, honesty, right? You want to, communicate to the audience the reality of the situation. And if you're doing a good job commentating the games themselves, you're not going to have a problem with people leaving because the commentator said the match is over, so it's time for us to go. Nobody's actually going to listen and be like, all right, I'm out of here. Naroditsky. Wait, how do I win this? And when people say, quote, American style commentary and overhyping of moments that are objectively not worth hyping, that is a very constructive piece of criticism that initially I responded defensively to, but over time I realized how I was overdoing it. Shalev, I think I want to play this guy for a bit as long as he wants to play. And I said I owe you a match, so I'm going to stick to my word. Now that he's not accepting, let's go. Wait, Tani wants to. Is it okay if I play Tani first? Sorry, I know I gave you my word that I owe you a match. If you're up for a bit, I promise I'll give you at least 2 games. Wait, what do you mean he doesn't know it's me? What are you talking about? I'm lost. Wait, who knows that who's me? Anyways, doesn't matter. Forget it. Lost the flow. Back in my youth, I'm telling you, I used to be able to commentate and keep conversation going, recite the alphabet backwards, but 18th century was where it's at, folks. Yeah, Lazovic can win the whole thing. Absolutely. I could see that happening. Yeah. Dennis is, of course, someone everyone is taking incredibly seriously. Hans versus Ding, if you put a knife to my throat, of course, it's the nature of SEC matches that they're unpredictable. And Ding has done well in the SEC. He gave Hikaru a serious run for his money, I think 2 in a row, 2 years in a row. I don't see that match going remotely well for Ding. I can't see it. I think that it's going to be closer than people think. It's not going to be a blowout. It's not going to be an adoption, but I don't see it. I don't think he's got enough in the tank. He doesn't have enough in the tank. There's not enough there. And Hans understands that he needs to take this match seriously. It's not going to win itself. He's enough of a professional to understand that. So I don't think it's going to be a case of Hans just blitzing out random stupid moves and then match gets close. And, that's how upsets happen. You guys have seen enough of these matches to know that, there's a line to be, when you cross it and you're overconfident, that's how you lose a match that you were, quote, supposed to win. Yeah. I'm not rooting for anybody in particular. I want to see a good match. Truly. And Hans, of course, he is emotional, and if the match gets close, right, if things don't go the way that he wants them, that's going to be a big deal. That's going to be something Hans has to coach himself. Okay, if shit hits the fan, I can't let myself lose my mind. If we're talking about Ding at his best, I respectfully disagree. I don't think Ding at his best would be a lopsided match, or like he would be a heavy lopsided favorite, truly. Like Hans is a phenomenal blitz player. Something like 40-60 would be a more reasoned, I think, assessment. You can check the schedule on chess.com. Just Google it. It's sometime next week, I want to say, but don't quote me on that. Yeah, thanks. 10/27, so 10 days from now, 11 a.m. New York time. Unmissable. Mark your freaking calendar. You know, give the finger to your boss. Get fired. I don't give a shit. Watch the match. Now that's an order, okay? It's not optional. Wait, did Ding beat Nihal? I'm completely like lost. How did I miss Ding versus Nihal? Huh? God damn! This mine former commentator calls himself a grandmaster. Can't even tell you if this match happened. I mean, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Okay, I mean that's just crazy, man. Just the ignorance, the lack of attention, detail. Would I win SEC if it was 3+0? We'll find out tomorrow. I mean, basically, the reason I'm so pumped about the Comet Open, like, look, part of me knows maybe I just lose to Bluebaum. It's double Elam. That's okay. I'm at peace with that. But, you know, this is my tournament, right? Like 3+0, huge prize. I think it's objectively my best chance to, at the very least, just like rake in some cash and really, I don't know, prove my worth. It's like, this is a Naroditsky time control. Other than like 30-second chess, I could not ask for a more desirable freaking time control. Okay. Whoa, I have 1 second. Yes! Woo! With 0.2 on the clock, ladies and gentlemen. That was a senior moment, but not quite as bad as the previous one. Back in my youth, I could have done that with 0.3 seconds left, but hey, Tempest Fugit. Absolutely unbelievable. Just the ability to deliver checkmate with the king and rook against king. Pretty impressive stuff. You know, grandmasters, like, when do they have time to learn that? It's not like he's been playing this stupid board game for 20 years. Oh my Jesus! I mean, this guy's that brain of his is whirring. Okay, serious time. I sack this pawn. I mean, I can't even aim the rook. I mean, it's just, it's something I prefer to not talk about. It's just back in his day. Let me tell you, hard to visualize now, but just that speed, the aim, whew, forced to be reckoned with, girl. Forced to be reckoned with. Do I think an afterlife exists? Dude, I think if I initiate this particular branch of the conversation, I might find out whether an afterlife exists by the end of it. Hep! And the boss man has arrived. Welcome all, Panathinaikos FC. Dimitrios Anagdostopoulos, Master Vasilis Del Gonzalez Rodriguez. Nope, wrong part of the world. Apologies. Spiridon Skembris. Stamatis Kurkulos Arditis. Stavrula Solakidou. And I don't have a Solakidou of names. What I do have a Solakidou of is ideas that are not as stupid as they get. Queen f8 I think is forced. I think this move is forced, right? Because knight f6, I do have queen a3 check. So now my queen guards the rook. I have this check on a5 in the long run. Even just like provoke b6, maybe coming back with the rook. It's a very weird position in the sense that like I've got everything in control, but how do I actually improve? I don't know what to do. There. Конь слоупня 3. Ага. Что? Эти конь слоупня 3. Дожидаемся слон на 7, конь в 3. 6. Окей, слон на 7. Угроз нет, значит давайте так. Сдуваемся, конь 3, конь 2. Окей, давайте так. И еще сюда профилактически. Бьемся сюда. Trying to play a nice positional game here. I feel like we're close. We just got to make sure that we keep the avenues shut, if you will. And obviously trades favor me. He's going to get his queen into the game pretty much obviously. Right. Let's think about this for a few minutes. Let's stop rook a1. Ah, shit. Shit. This is a really bad move. Oh my god, what am I doing? Oh no, what am I doing? What is he doing? The Naroditsky effect. Praise your opponent no matter what. Just find a chance to praise your opponent. Oh shit, what am I doing? No! Oh my gosh, I suck. I literally suck. I am so fucking bad at this game. No! More. How did I lose that? Fucker. Alright. I'm sorry. Fudge. Hot caramel fudge and apples with fudge. I think if I have a fudge apple, I would do well. Okay, just make a move. Fudge. Hot fudge. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Let's go. Fudge, 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 fudge. And some fudge would be nice right now. Is that so, my friend? Is that so? Okay, finally, I'm the one who sacrifices a piece. Oh shit, he's got bishop g7. Ага. Так. Пикировка. Один, конь f6. Плохо. Did I give up? Oh, don't you worry, we'll find out. Give me a chance. Mm-hmm. Ah, shit, I thought it... No! Oh my gosh. Fuck. I'm gonna lose another one, yeah? Oh, how did I lose that? Motherfucker. Oh, fudge, hot fudge. What's the time in which I like fudge? Can't believe this. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. I mean, this is actually embarrassing. Okay, now I'm mad. Now I'm really mad. Fuck. Oh my god, I'm really mad about this game. Alright, GG. Nicely done. Gotta give credit where it's due. That was really, really nicely defended and always kept that time advantage. Damn it. Gotta get it together, play faster, trust my instincts. Gotta play faster. You can't just like get these time situations where I'm falling behind the clock. That's exactly how we. Oh my. I suck. Telling you, I think I'm close. I actually feel like I'm really close to just there. So I'm going to force him to decide. I feel like there's no question in my mind. I feel like he's gonna go take 6 and queen f4. Queen g5. Sorry, this is really complicated. Trying to calculate this accurately. And fuck. Well, what does he have now? Boom. Shit. Oh, no, no, no. Wait, no! Oh my god, that's so annoying. No, come on. How did I lose that? Okay, let's get it together. Calm down. Less talking, more playing. Okay, guys? Less talking. Faster, slightly faster in the opening. High quality chess. Play what I know. Play what I understand. A little bit more of that pizzazz, that trust in do. just suck at chess. I'm sorry, guys. Motherfucker. No! Oh, fucking damn it! Oh. Fuck. I don't give a shit what I'm gonna play right now. Sorry, guys. This is bad. You cannot play like this. Not professional. No bueno. As, of course, the famous commentator. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry, guys. I mean, this is just so average. I'm sorry, guys. Just don't have. How about this? Next loss. Oh, man. I just gotta get it together, girl. Just gotta get it together. What? Okay. Reset. Watch me. Watch me, ladies and gentlemen. Just watch me. Here we go. All right. Here we go. You ready for this? Are you ready for this, ladies and gentlemen? Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? Fast. Ready. Okay. I think I'm ready. Folks, I think I'm ready. Don't you worry, Benjamin. Don't you worry. Okay. Now give me an opponent. Give me an opponent. И поехали. Wallfish is activated. Ой, блядь, сука. Давай. Так. Полный фокус. Без зевков. H3. Так. И бьем. Сюда. Висит конь h4. I'm sorry, guys. It's just not my day. What am I doing? Ой, блядь, совсем нехорошо. Ну, совсем плохо. Ой, бля. Ой, бля. Just getting in my own head. I'm getting in my own head. Completely getting in my own head. I am going to end this stream over 3,200. Are you guys ready? Just gonna go queen g4. Мозгами шевели. Шевели мозгами. Шевели мозгами. Сюда, 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 сюда. Ферзь c8, r3, давай. Да, блядь. И давай так. Да. И что теперь? Что теперь? Что теперь? Что теперь? Ну, совсем нехорошо. Совсем нехорошо. Давайте будем поправляться. Совсем нехорошо. Ой, бля. Бывает. Всякое бывает. Ну, совсем плохо. Совсем нехорошо. Совсем нехорошо. Уже совсем нехорошо. Think. Так, значит, ладья e8, h6. Ладья 1, шах, ферзь d8. Уже 6 не годится. God damn it. I'm sorry, guys. It's just not my day today. Ну как же можно... Ну блин, ну как же так можно? I'm sorry, folks. But still a stalemate idea. Still something going on. Ну, блядь, ну что же это такое? Okay, Hans, let's go! Ну, нормально, я просто злой на себя, не знаю. Просто хочу вот собраться, но не могу. Ай. Ну, давайте. All right. Давайте. What's going on? Are we playing or not? Hans, come on. Are we playing or not? Thank you for the sub, appreciate it. I am playing anybody right now. I am playing anybody. And I will have my way. Folks, with respect, stop. Please stop telling me what to do. And watch how shit gets handled here. Got it? That is not a matter of opinion. I have 20 years of experience handling every type of situation. My advice, watch. So how do I approach this position? Most important factor, the pawn on e5. Must be protected. Must be protected. Castle queenside. How do we work on both sides of the board here? First of all, establish the knight in the center. Now, obviously, we need to take with the knight. We must keep a piece on this square. We must. We must. Now. Now, knight e5 is not a threat, so we go here. Okay, and we go here. Побил. Ферзь f6, f4, f6, сюда, 6, сюда. Ай, бля. Ой, это пиздец какой-то просто. Бля. Ну, давайте. Ускоряемся. Ускоряемся. И поехали дальше. F4, ну что, ладья H3. Вот так. Препятствие ходу Е5. Сюда. И теперь так. Угу. Обратно. Теперь так. И вот так. С предходами какой-нибудь пригрозит. Сюда. Вскрыли темп. Вот так. Побери. Сюда. Вот так. Угу. Вот так. И теперь так. И быстренько бьем с... Вот так. Слава по 4. Шах. Вот так. Шах. Ой, нет. Вот туда. Совсем слишком мало времени. Зачем было отпускать? Так. Шах. Сюда. И вот так. Шах. Так. Так, значит, вот сюда. Побил. Шах. Блять, тоже не проходит, блядь, 2 секунды. Fuck. Nothing goes right now. I'm just too slow. Fundamentally, that's the problem. It's just too slow. A definition of getting in your own head. And this is where is where you just gotta define true fighting spirit. All these cliches, right? All these Ой, блядь. Sorry, guys. Собрались. Вот собрались. Собрались. И все с одной партии начинается. Все начинается с одной партии. Готовчика. Полный фокус. Задача очень простая. Ну давайте. Поехали дальше. A streak is coming. Moves. Двигаемся дальше. Хорошо. Who keeps challenging me? Like, I hear the sound. I don't know who is. It's something on the. One win. Starts with one win. This is where we bring all of our experience to bear. No talking, not a word. Not one word in this game. Not one word. Like Kamabi, he faces and then. Man. Here's I'm dying. What is going on here? What's going on here, girl? All right. It's all part of the strategy. It's all part of the strategy. I think there is a limit of games that you can abort. And when you hear that word, it's scary. Deep breaths. Поехали. Окей, есть. На полном фокусе. Полный расчет вариантов. One game at a time. Одна партия. Okay, here we go. Мы готовы? Мы готовы. All right, we're ready. Aha. Okay, there we go. What is going on? I have no idea why. I get that white is winning in the starting position. I get it, but okay. At least try to defend. Folks, this is not acceptable. This is not acceptable. I mean, this is... Am I allowed to make a move other than 1e4? Maybe we can get it to move 2. Maybe. Anybody. being tossed around like a basketball. Pass, 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 pass. A vicious cycle. I've never seen anything like this in my career. Never. Не будет, это не... Вообще не будет так. Хода не могу сделать. Давайте. Давайте, поехали. Ну что происходит? What is going on? This is like ridiculous. Давайте. Самое важное. Неторопливый расчет вариантов. Давайте, поехали. Готов. Спокойненько. И мы поехали. You gotta realize this is why I'm here. You're either with me or not. When I press that button, nobody has made a single move against me. What? What is this? This is not acceptable, in my humble opinion. It's just not acceptable. No, not unrated. Come on, Robbie. Can you blame me for my patience wearing thin? Oh, thank God. E4 has been played. And off we go. Okay. It starts with 1 minute. Journey of a million miles begins with a single step. With a single step. Now I know that there's knight g5 here. I know there's knight g5. It's a line. Should be 6. империи. Ага. Фоточку. Сюда. Is there anybody who believes? Anybody? Понял. Угу. Сюда. Шах ушли. Всем. Так, профилактика. Давайте так. Есть. Так, значит, пешка d5 слабая. Вот сюда. Слон b5 побил. Король g7. Так. Есть. Следующее. Resign? Why? Это что? Who is? I don't care who it is, but in the United States of America, it is not illegal to breach someone's property. And Mikola to the rescue. Who else but Mikola? How? You cannot script it any better. And I didn't get DoorDash to the best of my ability. How long am I supposed to wait? Must forfeit the game at some point. This is not right. This is really not right. Dude, this is not right. This is... What's going on?
It's Peter and Sasha.
Hey, please just let me play a few more and then I'll end the stream. What are you doing?
You gotta go to sleep, man.
I know. Just give me a few more games and then I'll go to sleep. I set a 2 a.m. curfew. What's the matter? 5 more games. By 2 a.m., I'm in bed.
What's the
Please. The plan is to play until 2, and then I'm off to bed. Just. I don't understand what the issue is. Please let me play a few more games of chess in peace, and I'm off to bed. This is not a negotiation, guys. Vamos, Dr. Tiger. Win or lose. He's going to go c3 here. Okay, now we're going to take it. Get all. Let's watch all the tactics on the diagonal. Of course, the biggest source of danger here is the long diagonal. We have to watch out for anything involving a tactic against the bishop. Overprotection is good here. Okay, so f5. I'm trying to figure out queen b3, king h8, knight eg5. It looks scary, but as long as I keep the f7 square protected. Ladno. I don't see anything better than this move. The good byproduct is that b7 is now protected. On the other hand, now he has knight e5, which I have to reckon with. Он здесь бьет. Не понял. Не понял. Побил. Alright, so b and e5. Take 6. Throw this in. Bishop c3, I have e4. Throw this in. Bishop f8, queen b3, bishop d5. Queen b3, bishop d5, knight takes e5. Bishop b3, knight d7, bishop b2. So bishop d5, the critical line is knight takes e5, bishop b3, knight d7. But then I have bishop a2. And as long as I can keep the square protected, I'm okay. Now this passer, the path is clear. Rook d8 to prevent the trade. Can also go rook b8. But I think it's important to prevent this move as long as possible. I think I can take this. это один угроза. Huge threat, huge threat. Rook e7, king f6. f7 is protected. Да, быстро проверяем варианты. Солнце 4, ладья 7, король f6. Ничего не вижу. Еще один раз проверяем. Король f6. Понял, всем мат, блин. That's a mate! Oh! Oh! Okay, here. Claw this win out. Just gotta claw it out. Gotta claw it out. Let's go.
Danny, real quick.
Can't.
Come on.
Just focus mode.
Off stream.
Okay, one more game. I'll wrap up.
You can keep playing, but off stream.
Okay. Final game. We need to threatening 96. This is a line that came up in some analysis. And in the end, white gets e7, slightly better pawn structure. Now the question is, how do I squeeze the most out of this? Queen e5, knight f6. So the question here is, do we take immediately? Do we castle? Do we play c4? So many candidate moves. Start with d4 to prevent knight f4. Now, I'm not going to be able to take on e7 and win the rook, because I don't have enough attackers. However, think if I play this move, this can't be too risky because we're provoking f6. And now I have this insane idea. I'm going to go here. The point of the move is to protect the a5 square. If I've gotten the jigsaw puzzle correctly, you'll see the point pretty soon, which is queen c4. Now, obviously, bishop takes d6, queen d5 is a fork. He has to play rook f7, takes. Now we get our king to safety. Which direction? We go queen side. Queen b6 is what I'm expecting. Gotta get the cherry on top. Gotta get the cherry on top. Our entire Roman Empire here revolves around the pawn on d6. If we give it up, we have to have a damn good reason to do that. Calm. Keep the bishop out of the game for the time being. This gives us his tempo. Overprotection. Now he's got to flirt with this idea, rook c3. I think he's going to go rook c8, if I had to guess. Queen b5, but now I thought of rook b3. Knight h4, queen g4, g3. Why not just take here? Bishop f3 didn't really want to allow my pawn structure to be damaged, but as long as the f8 bishop stays out of the game, gotta grab this guy. And gotta keep this pawn intact. Okay, c5, rook d5, queen e6 takes 5. Don't allow queen e6. Critical moment. We give ourselves 10 seconds to think. Here, battle revolves around the d6 pawn. Can I protect it? Take it. b4, dual purpose, creating a Luft square and overprotecting the bishop. Really trying here. Centralizing. Calm, improving the position. f4, and the double exchange sack. Check. It's a cornucopia. And one more. Until the next loss. That was a nice game. That was actually surprisingly a nice game. We stop at our next loss. Okay, Baccarat is suddenly online. Okay, next loss. Maybe that's never. Never say never. Okay, who else wants to receive a beating? Mikola back online. Lots of people.
Daniel. Finish the stream.
Alright. Alright. Can I end on the next loss?
No. I'm gonna unplug it if you don't end it. The stream part. Not the playing part, the stream.
But the problem is, ever since the Kramnik stuff, I feel like if I start doing well, people assume the worst of intentions. Like, why did he end the stream? So they start playing well. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but you don't have anything to prove to those people.
The issue is just the lingering effect of it. One final game.
Daniel, just end the stream and then you can play as much as you want.
Well, my curfew is 2 a.m.
I know, but just end the stream. You have a big event tomorrow as well.
I know, and I've been taking it seriously. Okay. On that note, thank you guys for the support. I will do my utmost tomorrow. I'm playing Blue Baum. It's a double elimination format. I would be honored if you joined. I don't even know if the event is being commentated. That's the crazy part. It's the biggest prize fund in online tournament history. And basically, we don't even know where the show will be broadcast. So, hopefully it'll be commentated. Hopefully I can get far. And I will do my very, very best. Tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. And Matthias Bluebaum, my opponent, 4-game mini match. We got this. All for one and one for all. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. I will definitely do a debrief stream, win or lose. Trying to be a little bit more professional and definitely more YouTube content coming up soon. Thanks, everybody. Thanks for all the support through thick and thin. I will play a few more games, try to get that rating back up, and we'll take it from there. All right. Thanks, everybody. Be well, be healthy, be safe, and I'll see you guys, win or lose, after the match.